Welcome to the Metal Prognosis. My name is Lee, and on today's video, I was going to have a bit of chat about my best setup that I feel like I've come up with so far in all these years. Not just working with YouTube, but just in general, just tone searching and finding out what's the best for me. So, firstly, my Omsby guitar here. I love this thing. Australian made from Perth, I think it is, or Western Australia. This is in drop G. And I love drop G. I think I've been using it for about 6 years now. And yeah, I can't think of going anywhere else at the moment rather than just this. So all my songs I compose are in drop G. And what I have here is my Harley Benton 2x12s with Silesian speakers that are really awesome. I've got my Gigmaster 30, my Angle amp. I have a Fortin 33 boost pedal at the front, and something that's a little bit different, I think is the best way to put it, because I've never seen anyone do this or really talk about this, is I have my noise killer, my noise suppressor, running through the effects loop. So firstly, I haven't got the Harley Benton cabs running for this video. I've got it running through my Coffee Audio IRs. Just because YouTube videos and this, it's a lot easier to run, especially in a small room like this. And a friend has borrowed my mics to do some recording, so I can't mic it up at the moment. But doesn't matter because the show must go on. So this is the sound I've got with everything running as it is. So yeah, that's what it sounds like. I think it's really cool. I think it's aggressive. But let's run through it a little bit more. So at the moment, if I turn off my Fortin 33, this is the sound the amp's just giving on its own with the settings I have set there. And I'll bring the settings up on screen and take a picture for you. Mucked up a note there, that's all right. Compared to having it on, so I feel like it definitely tightens it up and it cleans up a lot of the sound. But I just love the characteristics and the aggression that the 33 brings. Now, I don't know if I'm biased for it towards the Fortin 33 compared to other boost pedals that I have that you might have seen on this channel. But out of all the ones I've ran through, the Gigmaster, this one just seems to be, I don't want to say the best, but it just suits me the best. And I feel like it makes me, how can I really put this? It's a tough one to put in words. Because it makes me play better. It inspires me to play better, and it gives me confidence and adds a lot more characteristics to the voicings and aggression and grind that affect how I play in a positive way. So for example, if I have it off and I do, one of my riffs like, and I have it on, it just makes me play like you lean in on on the sound that you've got, and the aggression and the grind and the attitude that the characteristics bring with a 33 make me play better. I slightly play a little bit differently because I'm leaning in on that sound and I'm utilizing, a lot of like my right hand on the emphasis that the 33 can bring. And with all the other pedals I tried towards it, they just match up the best. However you want to try it, describe it, whether it be like my right hand compared to the pedal, they just, and the whole setup, I should say, they just suit the best. And yeah, I really dig this sound. Like, yeah. So yeah, that's hard to put into words, but hopefully you get the zen of what I'm referring to and what I'm talking about. The other thing is having my noise killer. So I've got that set on hard, and I've done a deep dive on all these things in other videos if you want to see how I dial them in and how I experimented with them. But the short of it is, it has a hard and a soft cut. I've got it set on hard, so while the volume's up and there's no noise coming through, you know. A little bit sneaks through, yeah, but practically nothing. And the thing is, when I have it off, there's a bit of hiss coming through, which is good. But that hiss, at the moment, it's everything put up and all that. But in the amp, that's pretty loud. The speaker, sorry. When I have the speakers connected. And the thing is, as soon as I turn it on, it silences that speaker hiss and natural hum that they have. So when I record it with a mic, I haven't taken this live yet because I haven't had a full band to do live gigs since I've come up with this setup. But for live, it would be amazing because you'd have none of that hiss coming through. And I know there are digital desks that you can use live to help clean it up, but this eliminates all of it just by putting that through the effects loop. If somebody could explain why that happens and why, I'd love to know, because I don't quite understand fully the mechanics of it all, on how it all flows, but the fact that it does that works brilliantly. So I wouldn't have it, any other way. But also too, like, so in between there, it's all annoying, but when you turn it on, now I am very lucky because hopefully that explains to you and shows you a good example of how that works. But I paid $10 for that. That was $10 brand new when Donor opened up their store in Australia. And that was including postage. It was $10 including postage. And it's been one of the most utilized pieces of equipment that I've had in this studio. It's phenomenal. But I also found out that with that, if you run that differently, so if you're testing out like a distortion pedal or a preamp pedal and put it afterwards, or even sometimes before, to test to see how it's best going to work with your setup, depending on where the hiss is and where you need to eliminate it, it's actually got a huge boost to it as well. It actually boosts the signal and doesn't advertise it like that, and it doesn't express that anywhere at all. But when I tested it on the computer, I was like, fuck, it's giving a big amount of oomph to your sound. And that's definitely worth noting and taking into consideration, because that's awesome. You can really utilize that a hell of a lot more than just a noise suppressor. And well, it's called a noise killer because it does really, a little bit like the Fortin Zool, where it just cuts the sound absolutely. Just silence. Absolute silence, . silence. And it's pretty good with sustaining notes too. Like. You can hear a little bit of that hiss popping through there right near the end before it cut it off. But still, that's a pretty long sustain for, you know, a noise killer. But yeah, that's my setup that I've got so far. But I'm definitely keen to hear what your thoughts are on it. So right now I'm going to have a quick jam because I love having jams in these videos. And then yeah, then we'll have a bit of a chat about it on the other side. So there's a quick example of a jam doubling up on the guitars and adding some bass and some drums to an old song I wrote a while ago. That's heaps of fun to play. But especially, as I said before, with the Fortin 33 in front of the Angle Gig Master 30. I'm having a real bad stutter today, sorry. Yeah, makes a world of a difference and really, as I said, it helps me play. Psychologically, it makes me play slightly different, which is slightly better because I'm getting better characteristics out of my sound. But definitely keen for your thoughts. How do you feel about this little setup I've got? Is there any suggestions you have? Or I'm keen to hear how you like to do your setup compared to either what you had in the past or if there's a difference between doing one in the studio compared to doing it live, because I tried to mold something that's a bit of both. It's something I can do for live, for rehearsing, and for in the studio as well. But definitely keen for your thoughts on all this. So thank you very much for joining me in this video and having this discussion, because most of my videos are more discussion based. And I thoroughly look forward to chatting with you in the comments in this video, previous videos, and ones in the future. And until then, stay safe.